Commercial. Oh, I can't move that one forward. Dang it.
What do you mean?
I wanted to move my monitor forward, but I can't because the camera's on it.
Oh, yeah.
So that I could actually read the chat.
Mm-hmm. So are you just doing it on your channel, or are you doing it on Gigantic Cosplay?
I'm on Gigantic Cosplay.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Heavenly Hedgehog. Welcome to Gigantic Cosplay. You just get me today. Timber had some other plans, so she will be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night with more of the Mozu hat. But I hope you'll stick with me, keep me company. Hi again, Ghost Eye. Good to see you, good to see you. So, no music, because once again, I forgot about music. Sorry about that. I guess I'll just fill the silence myself. So, Mozu wand. This is the progress we made last time. We got all the carving done. I finished up a couple little things in the meantime, or in between, you know, and coated it with Mod Podge. You can see right here, the Mod Podge is not all dry. So, we're gonna work with that. I did it in 2 halves, so this was the second half that I did because I forgot to do it last night. I just fell asleep, so I just did it today. The first half is pretty much dry though. I have a couple of nooks and crannies that aren't quite there, but we'll deal with it. What I'm going to be doing today is mainly I'm going to be filling in all the little crevices with wood filler. It does help to smooth and it does help to harden. My main thing for it is also that when I put the wood filler on, I don't want to end up with soggy styrofoam. So it helps kind of keep things on the surface, and again, more stability, more smoothness, more hardness. When you're working with EVA foam, such as floor mats and stuff, it really does help to add a coat of Mod Podge, your favorite white glue, in very thin layers, get it super smooth. I take a big brush and just go over it and over and over it until it's basically as smooth as I can get it. Just crisscrossing to get rid of all those brush strokes. Styrofoam is a little bit different because it does have that natural texture, but you don't want to skip this step because first off, if you are going straight to spray paint after this, multiple coats. One coat is not going to cut it. There will always be a spot that you missed. You could also from this point go onto a sanding material like gesso or like the wood filler here and really get everything smoothed out, fill in any mistakes that you've made, kind of get a little bit of extra detail. And yes, I am putting it off a little bit because it's going to get a little messy. So, one thing that can help for doing all the wood filler, an array of tools, sculpting tools. I got lucky enough that I inherited my grandfather's sculpting tools. Hi, Schmoogly Dwarf! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. So in addition to his tools, I was also an art student myself, so I had some of my own. You can just get your basic set of clay tools that pretty much any hobby store should have them if they have anything like Sculpey. There's likely to be some of these tools there. You don't need a phone. Why do you have an alarm on? That's my fault. You don't need to get anything too fancy. Oh, did I carve the handle on this one? I think I carved the handle on this one. That makes it special. Alright, so mostly what we're going to be using is something to smooth stuff out. Just a little blade. And whatever else suits what we're doing. I know, I'm super descriptive. So I hope you guys have all been well since the last time I saw you. Come on, wood filler. Let's get out of that too. I'm getting over a cold and dealing with some allergies, so sorry in advance for any sneezing and sniffling that happens. I just can't help it. Oh my goodness. It looks like the top of the wood filler dried. Either that or it's just always been hard to get out. Has this always been hard to get out? I pretty much just it, huh?
Could be something to poke into.
Do I have a stabby tool? I think it's as close as I got to a stabby tool.
Good enough. Probably the best you can get.
Alright. Thank you. Oh, that's much better.
There you go.
Yay! Thank you, Hardy. Want to tell?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'm going to start from this end over here because I feel like it. We're just getting a little bit on there. And just smoothing it out. Now for the most part, I'm not trying to go too thick. I just want a thin coat on there. Whoops. You can see that a little bit right there. Oh, come on, focus. Nope. Not quite. Oh, can you turn that light on?
Do you want this light on too?
I think it might be too bright right now. So like many things with cosplay, this requires some patience. Also, if you want, you can use your fingers to smooth it on. Wood filler is basically just wood paste. If you want, you can use gloves. Same with gesso. You can just use your hands to smooth it all in if you need to. Yeah. It's like little wood poops falling on my desk. So wood filler you can get at just any hardware store. You can get giant tubs of it. You can get little tiny things of it. However much you want. It's really not that expensive.
That's a question.
Oh, what? I have not tried dipping in plaster, no. That is probably a very good way to go about it too. You would just want to make sure that you smooth everything out. My concern with dipping for anything that has a lot of detail in it would be that it'll just pool and you'd lose a lot of that work that you did. But plaster is definitely another option for coating your styrofoam. I know that if you're working in resin, you'll use Bondo to do any little touch-ups that you need to do. I've had a bad experience with Bondo. It was a pain in the ass. But we're probably using the wrong one, is my suspicion. I think there may be more than one kind of Bondo, and the kind we got did not sand. Either that or we mixed it incorrectly, I don't know. But yeah, for a step like this, anything that you can use to build and that you can sand. That's really all you're going for. Because if it's too watery, then it's not going to fill in all those little bumps. And you're not going to be able to use it to fix any mistakes you made where you maybe cut in a bit too far. Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to talk louder? Move my mic closer?
You might want to.
Alright. Just getting that all smoothed out. It's never going to be perfectly smooth. I will be going back in with the sandpaper once it all dries. Which shouldn't take too long since I'm not putting it on too thick. And same as how I did with the glue, I'm going to be doing this one half at a time. I don't want to end up having this sticking to my table. By the way, funny enough, Elmer's makes wood filler. If you thought they were just glue, you're wrong. For this part, I'm going to have to change tools just a little bit. I can't quite get into this little diamond here with the one that I had. So for this part, especially inside that little diamond, they probably do also make a rubber cement. Elmer's makes a lot of stuff. I know they make tape too, like I think duct tape type of stuff. But I was surprised about the wood filler. Mine is pretty good. Comes in an easy squeezy tube. Alright, let's see if I can get this to focus. Narrow, focus. Sort of. There you go, you can kind of see in there. It's getting all smooth now. So another nice thing about wood filler is that it is fairly easy to clean up. Unlike Bondo, which is what happened to this one here. Yeah, that's permanent. I tried crushing it off with a hammer. It sort of worked. Oh no, I might have another sneeze coming. And I'm going to be making multiple passes with the wood filler. Dissolving it in gasoline, will that work? I don't know, because Bondo is kind of like a car filler thing. I imagine it might be tougher than that. But like I said, I do have a lot of tools, so losing one is not such a big deal. Alright, move on. So what I'm focusing on right now is coating. I'll go back later after it's dried and work on filling and building up and getting those details back in. And putting in some stuff, you know, that maybe I just couldn't fit in with the sanding, or where I cut in too far. Yeah. So I did finally get to play some Gigantic last night. It was fun! Like I said, I haven't really gotten to play much. I got to try Zenobia and I got to try Aisling before the recent beta stuff happened. But only like a couple of games. So, it was pretty good. I discovered I am awful at Griselma. I was never meant to be a Griselma. And much to my sadness, I'm not a half-bad Sven. So yeah, I'm a little conflicted about that discovery. Because I like playing the pretty characters. I like playing the badass ladies, but no, it was Sven. Sven is the one who clicked, so... Maybe one day they'll come out with a skin for the young Sven. I'll get to play that. I don't know. That's a dream.
Sven.
Young Sven.
Isn't it Fem Sven?
Huh?
Fem Sven.
Fem Sven. Yes, I do need that. That's I figured that was too big of a dream. Fem Sven was too big of a dream. I did not dare to think it, Sky. I did not dare.
Yeah, there's recommendations on Bondo.
Huh. Could be something to try.
You
A
do
heat
have
gun
gun?
and a scraping tool. I have both.
Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you guys. I'll try that out. Grr. Much scraping. Heat gun, huh? I wonder if it'll work even if it's still old, if it's old Bondo, because that's been there for a few years. Worth a shot though, thanks. So whatever you do use to coat your styrofoam, take your time. The smoother you make it now, the less sanding you have to do later. And clean your tools often because it can start drying on there and it'll make things all crunchy and give you bad textures. So just have a roll of paper towels handy. Oh, come on, little thing. Alright. It's fine. Nice. I will do that. Can you even see that at all? It's pretty washed out to me.
Yeah.
Shadows. How do I make shadows? Kind of right there. You see a little bit. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Time for more. Dang. Another little wood filler turtleneck thing. Yeah, old Bondo might just be too cured. It might not quite work. But if we ever do try Bondo again, since we are hoping to try more resin cast weapons, we will keep that in mind for the tools for afterwards. Thank you. I will post some photos later to Twitter. I will try my best. You will get one for sure. At least one. I'm really bad at documenting things. There's a reason we have almost no good pictures of any of our cosplay. But oh man, if you guys have been keeping up with the Twitter, then I'm sure you've seen some of the Mozu hat progress that Timber posted. It is looking pretty spectacular. So definitely do not miss her tomorrow night. Assuming she is not too sick to stream. So fingers crossed that that is not the case. Especially since it will mean that she's feeling better, and that's good for everybody. So what games have you guys been playing this week? I need more ideas. More games. I know he's still been playing a lot of Blade and Soul and Guild Wars 2. I finished up the Epistory early access. And I'm so sad that I finished it because now I have to wait until launch. Bah. Fingers crossed that's not too long. What else? I have been looking to a lot of different games to play for my stream, so hopefully I'll be trying some new stuff soon. KSP. What is KSP? Dying Light. Dying Light. Is that a horror game? I don't like horror games. Yeah, Blade and Soul is pretty. I think it's a pretty good Korean import. Should have come out a while ago, though. I know it's been out for a few years in Korea. Yeah, Blade and Soul, it's not anything groundbreaking, really. Like, the action's been done before, but it's pretty. The graphics are good. They were ambitious enough to try so much voice acting, even if some of it is terrible. Oh, the Kerbal Space Program! We met a guy at TwitchCon, at the Twitch Academy booth, who does a whole... What?
PAX South.
Sorry, not TwitchCon, PAX South. Who does all kinds of stuff with the Kerbal Space Program. Whenever I hear about it, I just remember some game that we had when I was little, where it's just like, little thing, you're like, do 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 do, and you're trying to land it and you crash every single time. Yeah, a lot of weird accents for, a big variety of accents and voices in Blade and Soul there. Das Valdez.
Yeah, I think that was him.
Probably him, yes. I'm incredibly bad with names and faces, so I know that we knew his name. He thinks it's the right name. I do have his card! I need to clean that. Yeah, he was talking about how he does a bunch of stuff with, like, recreating NASA projects and neat stuff like that. Talking a lot about physics. I've never been good at physics, though. Nothing wrong with being type A. I'm not, I think, but nothing wrong with it. Get things done. Oh, you wanted the cat? Yeah, I made a blade dancer with the black eyes. That was the thing I was most excited about. Yeah, that sounds like him. That sounds like him. I don't do summoner classes. I'm just no good with pets. Which is funny, because I've got so many pets, but I hate pet classes in any game. I'm no good at it. Probably why I was so bad at Griselma.
She's more turret class.
Well, it's still summoning things.
Oh.
It's still managing positions of things and what they're hitting. To some extent. Which is funny, because I did play a hunter in WoW. I did like that hunter quite a lot. But I didn't do much with the pet. The cat does most of the attacks, so you're just standing back and having fun. Just like relaxing. Rebel Galaxy, I've not heard of that one either. It sounds like another space one, because of Galaxy. I will admit, I am a much bigger fantasy fan than I am sci-fi. So that definitely colors what I hear about and what I'm interested in. Yeah, there are a lot of combos. I don't think I got past level 10 yet. So I didn't really get into a lot of it. But combos are good for button mashing. You don't always have to remember them. You laugh at me. You laugh.
I'm laughing because of you. It's different.
So you keep claiming. I don't quite believe you. I really wish that I had the tools to make this whole thing out of wood. That would have been awesome. Puppies, you choose right now to be active. Right now. Thank you, darlings. Ghost Eye, you're laughing at me too? Or are you laughing because of me? Like him? There's a difference, you know. And yes, that sound you hear, that weird little high-pitched sound. You're laughing at me? Gee, thanks, Ghost Eye. Thanks. So brutally honest. It's okay, I understand. I'm weird. I get it. I'm ridiculous. Huh? Oh, it's the dogs. That weird sound. I lost my train of thought. That happens. So you can see we're making some progress here. God, this light is just glaring on that right now. Well, just believe me, there's progress. Yeah, I really wish that I had the tools to make this out of wood. It would have been awesome. Or if maybe I'd done it in multiple pieces and had like this be one thing, this be one thing, but then kind of gluing it together would cause its own problems, although I would have been able to make sure the circles were rounder. So there's pros and cons to everything that you decide to do. Just try not to get too hung up on any issues. As I keep saying, only the assholes are going to point anything out, and you don't want to deal with them anyway. I don't know. I know I've seen that question come up. I think the main concern is anything pointy. So what you could do... Thank you, Jacob, for hosting. I appreciate it. So one thing you can do, if you wanted to make a wood weapon, cut this bit off, make it out of foam. Maybe not a styrofoam. You could do it out of an EVA foam, so you could poke and it's not going to hurt anybody. That would be my recommendation, just because the main concern as far as the convention goes is they don't want anything sharp, nothing that's going to poke somebody's eye out. So that's what I would do. Make the whole thing out of the wood, snip the tip, replace it with foam. But again, not this kind of foam. Go with a obviously smushy foam, so if they have any objections, you're like, look, it's all smushy. Can't hurt anybody. Seven. You're so weird. A little banshee. Alright, I'm just going quick now. Again, if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to share, as long as they're nice. I'm more than happy to have more to talk about. And remember, if you ever want to join a cosplay community, you can join us over at Gigantic Cosplay on Facebook. There should be a link down below. We're always happy to have some new people join us. And really, everyone's super pleasant, super supportive, and we just want to all help each other. 7. Really? Really? We just want to all help each other get the best cosplay that we can. Sorry, Twitter notification. It was Timber. Remember, everyone, say hi to Timber. She might be lurking right now. And we all want her to feel better for tomorrow. Oh, for God's sake. They're playing. They're playing. I promise. When we first got our second dog, we, oh my goodness. We thought they were fighting all the time, or at least I did. I was very like, oh no! New momish. But that's just how they sound. That's just how she sounds. Seven, I need to show off that you're not a zombie. Come here. Seven! Oh, hi Shanks. You gonna say hi too? Seven up? There you go, see? Not a zombie piglet. Not a zombie piglet at all. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, baby. Yeah, you're not fighting. You're just vocal.
She's not fighting, she's winning.
She's not fighting, she's winning. Yes, that's very true, honey. You're always winning. You're always winning. Alright, little Shanks. You alright there, stinky dog? There, see? She's not a zombie. She just plays one. And more here. Yeah, if you guys can see this, it's looking a lot less like styrofoam now. It is. And yes, that is Timber there as Gigantic Cosplay. Hope that she feels better. I am probably going to run out of wood filler. But that's okay, because the hardware store is right next to my work.
I told you we have a lot more.
And we have a lot more. I have been informed. Yes, you did tell me that and I forgot. I'm sorry, thank you. Yeah, I can't imagine a hardware store not having wood filler. You'll likely be able to get it anywhere. I know ours in the Home Depot is by the paint. And like I said before, I'm not worrying too much about these high points right now. I'm going to come back for those and sharpen them up with some more wood filler when this layer dries. By the way, guys, how about that NDA being lifted? Pretty great. It's a pretty big step for Gigantic, and it's been really cool seeing so many new streamers over on Twitch. And if anybody doesn't have a key yet, I know that a lot of streamers are giving them away. I saw that Gigi Unleashed posted some earlier today. They might be all gone by now, but it's worth it to just try anyway. Yeah. And you can always go sign up for the beta yourself over at gogigantic.com. It's super easy. And they are expanding, so there's a good chance you could get in real quick. No promises. I'm not working for Motiga. But I know that they are really expanding their beta right now. Well, timetables don't always work out as they would ideally. But it's really great that they are at the point that they are making that big step, you know? I hadn't been expecting it. Yeah, that's a big issue. People have to be able to play before you can open it up and let them play. And you know that as creators, they wanted to wait until they had, you know, their best face forward. They wanted to show everybody, you know, how they look like with their best, you know. So, I think it was fine to wait. I think it was a great idea. But I am still glad they lifted it. Although, super sad I didn't get to take advantage of my super special approved streamer status before they did. But I still got that little logo up in my when I play Gigantic anyway. So blah. It's mine and no one can take it from me, except Motiga, which please don't. Well, there are a lot of things that communities always want. They'll never stop wanting. Really. Yeah. I know that Paladins took that step way early. Alright, so I knew. Oh yeah? I almost grabbed right here in the wood filler. That would have been so smart.
I thought you were going to leave that for last.
The handle?
Yeah.
I decided not to for reasons unknown.
Okay.
Unknown to me and unknown to you. Anyone else out there playing any good games lately? I know that I think I might start Child of Light soon. We got it ages ago on Steam and then never really played it. Thank you for the follow, Von Black. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Hope that you're enjoying your time here with me as I try to fill the silence and coat a wand and wood filler. I am amazed that I have not started sneezing yet. It's stuck in there. I'm going to sneeze at some point. I'm sure they have their reasons for being structured the way they do. I don't know them. I don't know them. Making games is hard. Making games is really hard. And it was sad to hear the news today. I hope that everyone affected by it, you know, they land on their feet and go on to new and exciting things. Because that can't have been easy for anybody. Alright. There's a huge gap here and I cannot fill it. Why? There we go. Ah! Monitors! Don't fall asleep! Don't fall asleep! There we go. All better. Yeah, Motiga had to have some massive temporary layoffs. And I know that Chris, who was so kindly helping us out with the cosplay kit and getting this whole thing set up, he was unfortunately affected by it. So definitely our thoughts go out to Chris and everyone else affected by that. very sad to hear. And you can find out more about that over on GoGigantic.com, on the forums, and I know they have posted it a few times on their Twitter at GoGigantic. Because again, I do not work for Motiga, so I know as much as you guys do. Alright, moving on to the next part. Man, I really wish we'd gone with the hardcore version with the resin. I miss sculpting. I enjoy sculpting. I enjoy working with clay. I am sad that I did not get to do it on this project, because this is the one that would have most easily lent itself to it. Who's looking forward to Deadpool this weekend? I know I am. We need to message Robin. I've been meaning to ask a friend if they want to go see it, and I keep forgetting. No! It fell down. Got it. So one thing I am being very careful to do is to keep these inside corners crisp. I don't want to have to come back and try to sand those too much. Will this ever show you what it looks like? There we go. That seems to be a better angle for it. Yeah, I did see that. Hopefully all of that comes through with the investors. So that people can get right back to it. Where did this come from? I found a piece of wood filler. Dang it, I got too much on here. Go. There we go. I know, right? It's a beautiful game. It's tons of fun. Maybe that's an investor they're talking to. We don't know. on to the skinny bit. We're almost there. The part that I really don't want to deal with. I would much rather deal with all these fiddly little detailed bits than this long flat area. That's just me. Like I said before, you can just use your hands and smear it in. Because it's all round right here, it's a little bit easier. Thank you! Thank you, Timber! Alright. And just going over it with the flat tool to smooth it out a bit. Very true. Very true, Schmooglydorf. Ooh. I cannot grip it by here and hold it right there. I need to remember that. I think my goal is to get through a whole build without crying. Need to stop picking it up right there. I just did it again. Oh my goodness. So let's see what movies are coming out. We've got Deadpool is coming out this weekend. I know, right? It would be such the achievement to have a whole cosplay thing, a whole cosplay channel, and no tears. Ever. And not just in the, I'll be right back, okay, you guys. That doesn't count, just no tears. There we go, getting that covered real quick using my hands. I don't know, I'm glad it's on PC, because I like PC. But personally, I'm happy with where it is. No. Smoothing it out again. There. Focus. I wish I could still focus my camera, but it doesn't quite work like that. I can see where you're coming from there. It is very bright, very colorful. Very cartoony designs that does definitely appeal to a younger audience, such as the Nintendo crowd. You are completely right about that. And just like with your tools, wipe your hands off often if you're using them, even if you're wearing gloves. The cleaner your tools are, the better the stuff's going to go on to your project. Yeah, they're really not. This is gonna be tricky. This part is so little. So what else have people been up to this week? I know the Super Bowl happened. I didn't watch it. I slept. Now that happened. I did catch the commercials for Civil War and X-Men Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse, whatever it is. Did you guys watch it? Were you like me and just said, eh? I know it caused a lot of traffic up here in the Bay Area. Yes. It's a giant cereal eating contest. That's what it should be. Superb owl. You're so funny. No. Oh my goodness, working on the end of this wand makes me nervous. There's so much flex in this thing that you're probably not seeing, but every time I touch it, it bends. No. Oh, now the puns are out. So, yes, it's a very superb owl, honey. Of course, owls are pretty darn cool. Does Tyto count as a superb owl? Now you could just talk. You are right next to me. There we go. We've got Taito as the... What is it? A candidate for Superb Owl. And do you like how his face resembles a barn owl? Yes, the ball does appear to be egg-shaped. More evidence that it is in fact a superb owl and not a Super Bowl. The whole world has had it wrong this whole time.
The whole world.
The whole country! I don't know how far sports ball reaches. There we go, we're about half covered, a little bit less because I didn't go all the way to the halfway point on some parts. But we're getting there. So I am going to start coating this side. I'm not going to get into any of the deep bits because the glue is still wet in some little nooks and crannies. And I don't want to coat it while it's still drying. I want to make sure that it has that airflow that it needs. Again, don't cut corners if you don't know where to cut them. If you do know where to cut them, don't cut them where you know better. Sports are just real-life video game wannabes. Yep. Alright, apparently I'm starting in the middle this time. That's just where I'm going. Yeah, instead of checking out the Superb Owl this weekend, I was in San Diego, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Super sunny. It was warm. Apparently the water was nice, but I don't do water. Not as far as large bodies of it go. I can swim. I just don't particularly like swimming.
I am pleased.
Thank you for following, Shy Neko Neko. Thanks for joining the community. We're happy to have you. Yeah. Yep, looking forward to all those comic book movies too, Ghost Eye. I know I'm going to be covering my eyes a lot through the Deadpool movie because I don't handle gore at all well. But I think it's going to be good. What movie was it? It was Wolverine Origins, where they brought in Deadpool and like murdered his character.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a lot closer to true. This movie is going to keep that sense of humor. First of all, by not getting rid of his mouth, because Deadpool is the merc with the mouth. How can you make him not talk? Oh my gosh. The Captain Marvel series? I have not actually read Captain Marvel. Have you read Captain Marvel?
Yep.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. He reads so much more than I do. I know that I've read some arcs that Captain Marvel kind of comes into, like where it has an issue or two over there. But I have not sat down and read Captain Marvel herself. But I do like her. She is one kick-ass lady. Really, that's kind of the main criteria for me liking a character. Are you a lady? Do you kick ass? Yes, you are my favorite. Good job.
You also like it when they're spunky.
I do like spunk, it's true.
That's why you like Miss Marvel.
That is part of why I like Ms. Marvel, yes. And I've been reading pretty much exclusively all the Secret Wars stuff because that's what has been coming out on the Marvel Unlimited app. There's so much of it, I can't keep up. I am looking forward to how they get themselves out of the Secret Wars arc. Or event, rather. 'Cause I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm sure that people who are reading it in real time know, or at least have a better idea. But I don't know. Yeah, Marvel Unlimited is pretty great. There's so much to read on there.
So.
They're so pink. He's showing me the Valentine's Day wings for the glider in Guild Wars 2. They are very pink and they drop rose petals everywhere you go.
Little hearts.
Little hearts? It's not rose petals?
Hearts.
It's hearts. Even better. Oh my goodness. I kind of want it, but I did just get the snowflake one. And let's be honest, I haven't been playing too much recently. Oh wait. Maybe they'll bring it back next year. I am one of those people who's all about the cosmetic stuff. In case you couldn't tell. Ah, this is not smoothing. Smooth already. So yeah, so we've got Deadpool coming out. There's Civil War, X-Men, Age of Apocalypse. What else is there as far as superhero movies? Do you remember?
This year?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, that's right.
Batman, Superman.
Batman,
Or
Superman.
Or the Dawn of Justice.
Dawn
whatever it's
of
called now.
Justice, yep. And a Wonder Woman is in that one.
Yeah. Oh, isn't the World of Warcraft movie coming out this year?
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It might be. The World of Warcraft movie is finally appearing. You're looking it up now?
Yeah.
When?
2016.
It just says 2016. He's finding it.
June 10th, 2016.
June 10th. This spring and summer is going to be a good time for movies. I hope. It could be awful. It could all just be awful movies, we don't know. Hopefully it's amazing though. Starting to get tired of wood filler.
That's because you're not using your fingers yet.
Well, because my fingers doesn't give a very smooth surface
I
is the
figured you'd
problem.
Put it on with your fingers and then smooth it out.
I know. I was doing that for the wand. But then my fingers end up covered in wood filler and I hate it.
It's washed off.
But I hate having stuff on my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and sand a lot on this side later. I am not being as careful as I was before. There we go. Getting that handle almost fully covered now. You're going back to Blade and Soul?
No, a little bit.
A little bit.
I just know my keyboard's really loud, so I don't want to be typing.
I am pleased.
Alright. Hello there. Thank you for joining us. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm currently working on Mozu's wand from the game Gigantic. This is her main hand wand. I've been building it out of florist foam, styrofoam. You can get it at any hobby store. I carved it out, sanded it down, coated it in Mod Podge, and now I'm currently coating it in wood filler so I can sand it again and make it super smooth and nice and cool looking. It's taken a little while. But this is actually pretty dry already on the side that we did first. That is drying pretty quick. A little wet right here. But this is no longer cool to the touch, which means that it's just about dry. These points here are ruining things for me because I can't sit it up this way because it's too wide in the middle. Ugh, annoying. You can check it out at gogigantic.com. It's really fun. They're currently in beta. If you want an idea of how it plays, I know a lot of people are streaming it on Twitch right now because the NDA just got lifted this last weekend. I keep dumping wood filler into my lap. Luckily, it stays in little pellet form, so it doesn't go everywhere. But yeah, gogigantic.com. Check it out. What else has been going on in the world? Blizzard trolled you? How did Blizzard troll you? Do tell, Ghost Eye. Do tell. There we go. You saw nothing. Oh no! They opened the beta and you downloaded it and you got to hit play, but it said you weren't invited. That sucks. That is like a teen movie right there. That is a teen movie. What? You want to come to the party? Sure. Oh, you're not invited. Sorry. That sucks. Now, is it a bug? Were you actually supposed to be able to play it? Or did they just get your hopes up and then dash them against the rocks? Thank you for joining us, Gigi Unleashed. If you want some more gigantic goodness, go check them out. I know they've got a Twitch, they've got a YouTube, Twitter, and a website. So you can find them everywhere. Oh. So they did get your hopes up. That sucks. They gave you the option of downloading it, but did not let you play. I know, I would have been pissed. That in there. There you go. Just play gigantic. Just play gigantic. It's amazing. No, I haven't gotten to play Overwatch. It's been a while since I've played a Blizzard game. I don't think that I've played since... What was the one? There was Burning Crusade, and then there was... Wrath of the Lich King, and then Cataclysm. I haven't played since Cataclysm. That's the last time I played any Blizzard game. You found an old picture of me? Oh my goodness, I don't want to know where it is. I don't want to know what it is. I hate pictures of me. Where did you see it? Where did you see it? Tell me. So that I can know if I need to be embarrassed or not. You took it? I'm assuming I was in cosplay at the time. Which one was it? That is too funny though. My goodness. By the way, everyone should bug Timber to go watch One Punch Man while she's sick. Because it's amazing and she should watch it. Alright, let's see. Let's see. By the way, if this was anyone else, I'd think you were trolling, but I trust you. Yup. Portal Prom. Oh, that was the first iteration of it, too. The first Portal Prom. Oh, too funny. Yeah, after that one, I ended up remaking the underskirt. So it was a hoop, so it stuck out a lot more, and I redid the purse in vinyl, so it was more durable. So I know which one that was. That was at PAX. Well, thank you for sharing. Thanks, Timber. You better have watched One Punch Man in there. If you didn't, just lie and tell me you did. That was my first time making a corset. I think that was 13. That must have been 13, because at 14, we revamped it a bit and also brought Infinity Blade. And then 15, we had Gigantic. Thank you, Timber. Thank you for lying to me and telling me that you watched One Punch Man. Now you have to make it true. I'm counting on you. Oh, you were at the WildStar booth. I think we've talked about this. Man, I liked WildStar. I'm sad that it got all hardcore. That's the word I was looking for. My brain farted. I blame my sinuses. Gate and Under the Blue Sky. I don't remember which one Under the Blue Sky is, but Gate is awesome. Alright, well thanks for joining us. Hope you have a good evening. Gate is good. Gate is good. It is about basically a modern army against a medieval army. And I'm sure you can figure out what happens there. That's kind of just the basic premise. It's got a lot of fantasy elements. You know, other world kind of a thing. It's really good. A little bit harem-y. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe more than just a little bit, but not super harem-y. Who is John Cena? What? I missed something. Oh, you heard about it in the Co-optional podcast? Yeah, definitely watch it. Gate and One Punch Man. If you like sports anime, and even if you don't, Haikyuu. What else? Yoapeta was good at first, and then it dragged things out a bit. But the ending was very exciting. Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is also really good. Especially if you like D&D and stuff like that. You should check that one out. It's only a little bit harem-y despite what the title sounds like. Man, I love the Co-optional podcast. I don't watch too often. I do love it when I do. Or listen too often. Both things. I still can't believe that we met Jesse Cox and Dodger and Strippin all at PAX South. That was pretty cool. And we didn't wait in lines to do it. Alright, we're nearly done with the handle. And then we'll move back onto this midsection here. And again, if you have any questions about what I'm doing specifically or cosplay in general, do feel free to ask. I am more than happy to answer. There's quite a bit under here. There we go. So again, not doing this part right now because I'm still waiting for that glue to dry in there. It's still a little bit sticky. Alright. Oh, damn it. I just realized I was smart and put my water here. Yay! That was a good move on my part. So we're doing fish for dinner tonight?
Yep.
Fish for dinner. $8:30 almost. Or about. Just about. Bruh. What are you? Well, it's only 8:30 here, and even if it was 11:30, there'd still be a chance that I was waiting for dinner. We put it off sometimes. Yep, West Coast, it's the best coast, and I'm biased. I'm hungry. What did you guys have for dinner? Tell me so that I can be jealous. Since it is 11:30 by you guys, and so you've surely already eaten, as you said. I am getting wood filler all over my hands. Beef stew? That sounds delicious. Timber, you make sure you eat. Oh, chili. Chili is also delicious. But Timber, you're sick. Make sure you eat. Do it. Also watch One Punch Man. Alright, I'll stop on that for now. Bread and cookies is not dinner. Not if you're sick. Go eat a vegetable or a fruit. It's good for you. Also protein. You need your protein. Which reminds me, I need to boil a bunch of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, you can stay. It's okay. We're not gonna call you out for not leaving when you said you do it when you said you did. am seriously going to empty this entire tube of wood filler, by the way. Depending on the cookie. What kind of cookies are you eating there, Ghost Eye?
Could be a ginger snap.
It could be a ginger snap, it's true. Oh, now I want ginger tea. Damn it.
You have that.
Girl Scout cookies. I do have that ability, just not right now. Girl Scout cookies are not medicine, Timber. Nor are they dinner. I don't care if you ate the whole pack. It doesn't count as dinner. Except now I want Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? Tell me in the chat. Mine is Thin Mints. Frozen Thin Mints. Don't you try to convince me cookies are for dinner. Not that I have never had cookies for dinner. I have.
We've done pie.
We did pie for dinner. Oh my god, pie is great dinner. Our pie had apples, okay?
Means it's practically healthy.
Practically healthy. It had apples. And cinnamon. Cinnamon's good for you too. What cookies do you like? I know you like...
Thin Mints.
You like the Thin Mints? I know you like...
Samoas.
There it is, the Samoas. I hate Samoas. I can't stand coconut. The Ghost Eye says shortbreads. Alright, Timber, which was it? Which cookies? Tagalogs are pretty good too. Or Tagalogs. I always get that mixed up. Oh, those lemon ones. Those are really good too. Samoas are not life. You guys can have all the Samoas. You can have them all for yourself. I don't want them. Coconut is disgusting.
Oh man, you remember those giant Thin Mints that Costco was selling?
Oh my gosh, those were amazing. Costco gets some good cookies. It's true. Alright. Alright, Timber. Thin Mints. Still not dinner, but I approve your cookie choice. And where am I putting this? There. Well, we're getting there. You would choose coconut? Oh my goodness. One type of food. Alright, I guess that's a new question now. If you were stranded on an island with only one type of food, what would it be? Now, does it have to be, like, general, like, very broad, or could it be specific? Because if it was one type of food, my choice would be sushi. They renamed them? Sandwiches. I would totally do sushi though. Oh my goodness, I love sushi. So we've got coconut sandwiches, marinated artichoke hearts. Yep, I'm with you there, Schmigly Dwarf. That's why I chose sushi. You get a lot of variety with something like that. How about you, Timber? One food, stranded island. What would it be? I had no idea that Samoas used to be called Caramel Delights. I was a Girl Scout. There you go, guys. There you go. And again, I'm not worrying too much about these high points right now because I'm going to come back and cover those up anyway. Philly cheesesteaks. Going for the sandwich, but really focusing on it right there. A little bit there, Ghost Eye, a little bit. I won't push it though. Yep, no one's stopping you from putting pizza in between two pieces of bread and calling it a pizza sandwich. Absolutely nobody. Alright, I need a new question now. Favorite book or book series of all time? Tell me in the chat. I'm trying to think of mine. I have no idea. It could be it was an East Coast thing. Or Midwest. I don't know where you guys are. What is my favorite book of all time? I do not know. So we've got a vote for Harry Potter. Actually, I think mine would be the entire Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. Not entire. There's a few books in there that were just like, eh, not my favorite. But in general, that's my favorite. That's what I think I've reread the most. As far as I can remember. What about you? What about you?
Oh, jeez.
I know, it's a hard question. I got myself with it. Harry Potter was really great, though.
I would say King Killer, but I don't know how it'll end yet. Same for the Stormlight Chronicles.
Lavondis? I have not heard of that one. Oh, really? Girl Scout cookies have 2 makers. So maybe not so old after all. Hi there, Levon. Thanks for joining us again. Or me. And everyone in the chat. So we've got Deathgate Cycle and X-Wing from Ghost Eye there. By the way, Levon, the question right now, what is your favorite book or book series of all time? He's writing his answer.
No.
So we've got a toss-up between Mistborn and the Dresden Files. Both very good. You know, those are by Brandon Sanderson and Jim Butcher, respectively. Dragonlance series. That sounds like something I would like because it's got dragon in the title. The Glass Castle. I don't think I've heard of that one either. Zelfiar getting some respect for his Dresden Files. Dragonlance. It looks like that's something I'm gonna have to look into. I love dragons, after all. Oh, commissioned by Wizards? Oh, is the Glass Castle an emotional one? Is it gonna make me cry? Alright, you have to remember that for me. Dragonlance.
Okay.
Because I'm going to forget. City of Stairs is good. I only got a couple chapters into City of Blade so far. It did pale in comparison. I think we watched a few episodes on it. It just didn't feel like Dresden to me. Nothing against that guy as an actor. Not that I don't know what his name was. But yeah, they completely got Dresden and... Shoot, what's her name? The cop?
Murphy.
Murphy. They got Murphy wrong too. She wasn't even blonde. I mean, come on.
Short.
Or short. Murphy was supposed to be tiny but mighty. Of course, for the Dresden Files, I had to start with book 2. I couldn't read book 1 until I finished everything else, because I got one chapter in and decided it wasn't good enough. But starting with book 2, I completely, killed that series. I think I read every book back to back after that.
Codex Alara is really good too.
That is really good too. Codex Alara, also by Jim Butcher. Based on the based on the combination of the two ideas of the Lost Roman Legion and Pokemon. Oh yeah? So Dragonlance has the Chronicles, Legends, Summer of Flame, War of Souls, and Age of Mortals. Those are all trilogies? Oh, that's a lot of books.
You've read,
I know, I've read a lot of books.
You said your favorite series was,
Discworld?
Discworld.
I know, I did. And it is. I love Discworld. Oh my goodness, that is still a lot of trilogies. I'll still look into it though. Thanks for the recommendation. Did you read Sword of Truth?
Yeah.
Did I read Sword of Truth?
No.
Okay. You like how he knows better than me? Oh, you're writing a book, Levon? Good for you. He's writing a book too. I hear the hardest thing about writing is just doing it. Any advice for a writer? Just write.
Yeah, just right.
There you go. That's his advice. Just write. You can do it. As in most creative endeavors, you don't want to get too caught up in the small details that you lose sight of the big picture. And don't get discouraged. Just go for it. Everyone has to start somewhere. Alright, we're getting there. Trying to catch up with the chat. I know that I can't write. I can't even tell you the story, like the plot of a movie, in an understandable manner 5 minutes after walking out of the theater. I start in the middle, then bounce to the beginning, the end, the middle again. I go all over the place. I cannot tell a story, so I really respect everyone who can write. Or even if you don't believe you can actually write, if you're trying, lots of respect to you. Alright, Timber, you feel better. Go eat a fruit or a vegetable. Pretend like you're eating real food. And remember, you can join Timber tomorrow night right here at 7 o'clock for more of the Mozu hat, provided she's feeling better. So everyone, hope she feels better. I'll talk to you later, Timber.
I am pleased.
Thanks for the follow, Skyfire Sims. Thank you for joining the community. We're happy to have you. If you'd like to know more about Gigantic and the Gigantic community, you can look up the game over at gogigantic.com, or you can join us on Facebook, Gigantic Cosplay. We've got a great little community over there. We're always happy to have new faces. Oh, Timber, at least you can't get people sick through the computer. If that were the case, you'd be able to blame me for getting you sick. Alright, Smooglydorf. Bye to you as well. Have a good night. 6 hours. That's rough. I can't manage on 6 hours of sleep. Good luck to you. Alright, bye for real, Timber. So likely I will not be going until 10 o'clock tonight since it's just me. And I'm going to need to let a lot of this dry before I move on to sanding and working on those fine details like all the points and filling in my mistakes. That's your regular sleep. Oh my goodness, you need more sleep. Puppies!
I am distracted with chews for a while.
7, Shanks! There's my good boy. There's my good girl, yeah. Now be quiet, okay, babies? Okay. Because dogs totally understand English. Oh man, I don't know how people function on less than... Well, I guess I can function on 7 hours, but I'm not happy about it. My ideal is like 9. Alright, I think we need a new question. Favorite candy. What's your favorite candy? My favorite candy is pretty much anything with marshmallow in it. I cannot resist marshmallow. How about you?
Oh, not much candy.
Oh, come now.
What? You didn't even answer.
What, me? I said anything with marshmallow.
How is that favorite candy?
Marshmallows, then. Marshmallows are my favorite candy. There you go. Skittles! Skittles are pretty great, too. It's been a long time since I've had a Skittle. Wow. Warheads wrapped with Sour Patch Kids. You are brave. You are very brave. I couldn't handle that. Anyone else? Favorite candy? Favorite candy? I know, me too. I can barely handle a warhead. In fact, I used to barely be able to handle a warhead. I don't think I could handle a warhead anymore. I am not good at sour candies.
You love the sour watermelons.
But those aren't that sour. Those are tart.
Oh, okay.
They're just called sour. 'Cause tart watermelons is less appealing. That is true. I do love sour watermelons. Anyone else? Come on, you like caramel and chocolate. Frozen peanut butter M&Ms. That sounds tasty. Oh man, you're moving? That's a big move, going to a whole different country. Well, I hope that your move goes well and everything goes smooth and nothing gets crazy. And I know you're not here yet, but welcome to the US. Mexico to Austin.
Austin's nice. I've heard.
You've heard. We have not been to Austin, but he hears it's nice.
All the people in San Antonio were saying Austin is a great place.
Very true. Very true. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Levon. That is a big move. But I know you can do it. So good luck with all your packing and your moving and your adjusting. I think I've started rushing more. I'm just like, I want to be done. No more wood filler. Well, I hope that you feel safer in Austin. Yep, you have a question? I was here? Well, thank you. I'm trying my very best to be cheery. Doesn't quite come natural, but I've been working on being happy. So thank you. I know not every part of Mexico is bad. I've got family down in Mexico who seem pretty happy. Could I make and sell one of these? Unfortunately, due to copyright stuff, I cannot sell things like this. I learned that with Guild Wars 2 and my Quaggan hats, which look spectacular, but not allowed to sell them.
I am pleased.
Although the devs wanted them.
The devs did want them, though, yeah. Oh, I missed something! What did I miss? Who did I miss? Waiting for it to come up on the stream.
What?
Nope, I missed it. I don't know, I think the internet might be freaking out. Is the stream going okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Ah. Nope, my computer is going nuts. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Go here. Nope. Why won't it let me open Twitch? Ah! No, go away. Nope, don't. Something has gone weird with my computer. Well, thank you, Wolfman, for the follow. I just found that now. Now, hopefully... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. No, don't do that. I don't know what's going on. I can't get back to the stream. No, just close you. Just close you. God damn it.
I am pleased.
Thanks for the follow. I was here. Let's go to our profile. Video manager. Nope, not that one. Dashboard. Alright, so I can no longer see what was just said in the chat. What was said?
Oh, hold on. Someone says they hate to come and go, but they have school in 7 hours and need to sleep.
Alright, well you go get your sleep. School is important. Good luck at school, and remember to join us next week, same time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. And also, you can join Timber tomorrow night, same time right here. Alright, I can see...
Someone said they wanted a
that
Keyblade
again.
from Kingdom Hearts so bad.
You can look for prop builders. There are prop builders who do take commissions for replicas of, you know, video game and movie stuff. Or, I'm sure there's tons of tutorials if you're not too scared to make it. I know that I want to make Kyrie's Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 2. That has been a dream of mine. I'm sure there's tons of tutorials, though. If you're willing to dive in there, try something new, I'm sure you could make a Keyblade. Where am I putting this? Right here. Alright. I think that's about as much wood filler as I can put on for now. I need to wait for it to dry. I need to wait for some glue to finish drying before I can finish applying all the wood filler to all the little nooks and crannies in there. Some of this feels ready for sanding, some of it not quite. So when I do sand this, I'm pretty much going to start with the 220. Well, that's cool. You make video games for a living. That is an amazing job. Because you do what you do, I'm able to do what I do right here. And oh my gosh, I want a 3D printer. The things I could do. I know you can look into co-ops and stuff like that. What were some of those places?
I don't know, you took notes.
No, that one I asked you to write it down.
Oh. It's in my phone somewhere.
I know that there are places around, kind of like artist and crafting co-ops, where you can have access to stuff like 3D printers and big vacuum formers. So look into it, do your research. I just can't remember what the ones I've heard of are called right now. And sorry if you hate sanding, it's happening. It's happening. There's nothing that can stop it. For right now, I'm just using a 220 grit sandpaper. I'm not using, I think it was the 100, because I'm not trying to take huge chunks off of everything I just applied. I'm just trying to smooth it down. If I need to, if there's something where I just went wrong, then I'll break out the 100. But for right now, smoothing it down, I've got the 220. And then later, I have 400 for when I'm trying to get everything really smooth. I know there's a lot of places, there are a lot of ways to get 3D printers. There's a lot of people who make them these days. Dogs, leave the cats alone. Oh, I want one. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay up. It is still new technology. It is still kind of the thing of the future.
It depends on the size that you want.
But yeah, as you said, it does depend on the size. Check out Kickstarter. I know there were a lot of kind of more affordable small models there that people were selling, like little kits you could build. So even if they're not active, if you look through past Kickstarters, you'll probably find some places that, you know, you might want to look into as far as buying one. By the way, did anyone see that thing on Geek and Sundry? It was I think it was Melissa Ng made this beautiful 3D printed armor for Felicia Day. Oh my gosh, it was spectacular. Yep, that was our sword from our Aisling and Kador cosplay from Gigantic. It has a resin cast handle and a vacuum formed blade. And it's got lights inside and looks like a giant lightsaber in pictures. It was pretty cool. It was our very first time using any of those materials. And I think it came out pretty great. I am thinking about touching up my Aisling cosplay for PAX again this year. And I may revisit that sword and redo the paint job on it. Although the vacuum forming place does still have our mold, or our buck, for their machinery. So we could just start over again. If we did get the blade redone, I would definitely go back and redo the mold for the handle, because we did it as the full blade. I would do just the handle this time and make it a little bit thicker, because we didn't really account for how thick the plastic was for the blade. So we had to improvise and put in like a 1/4-inch thing of plywood to help make ends meet. Literally. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sanding. Again, I can't sand the whole thing yet because a lot of this especially is still drying. This is starting to feel dry, but I suspect that it's trying to fool me. One thing that I have learned is it does not pay to be impatient as far as drying is concerned. And it's a good way to ruin something. Whether it's applying too much glue too fast, or not waiting for your paint to dry before you start touching it or applying more. Definitely pay attention to dry times. Read your labels. Again, we're trying to prevent tears. Okay. So I just want to do a little bit of sanding to try to show you. I know it's not going to work right now. But you can see that sharp corner right down there. So again, I'm just getting this all smoothed out, and then once I've gone over everything once, I'm going to come back and get all these points, all these high edges, fill in certain details or build up certain details like this right here to separate the shaft of the wand from this little connecty bit right there. Get all the points in on these round little end bits. And add in some detail work. There's some lines that go across this handle right here, so I'm going to work those in with the wood filler as well. And yeah, I think we've done some good work today. I'm going to sand this little gemmy bit right here just a little bit, and then I'll probably head out. By the way, if you have anything that you're sanding that's like really straight, has a lot of flat edges, or it's basically as long as it's not too curvy, I would recommend making yourself a sanding stick. It's super easy. You can just go to Home Depot, get some of those free paint sticks that they have over at the paint counter, a can of adhesive, spray adhesive, and some sandpaper. Just cut out your sandpaper so it wraps around your paint stick, spray both of them, and then wrap it around. Once you let it dry, it should stick really well. Again, pay attention to your dry times, pay attention to the labels on your glues. That way, you don't have to worry about the shape of your fingers ruining a flat surface. Also, if you don't like touching sandpaper, that can be helpful too, because it'll give you a handle to use. Alright, so before I head out, if anyone has any more questions, now is the time to ask. Alright. see that at all? No, not really. That is all nice and smooth now. Okay, that side's still drying, so I am going to leave it there for now. I'm going to be finishing up the wood filler before the next stream, and hopefully I'll have a chance to go get some of my paint. I am going to be practicing my airbrushing on this. It's going to be good. Alright, I'll post a picture on Twitter so you guys can see the difference between the sanded bits and the non-sanded bits. Yeah, thanks again for joining me. I'm Heavenly Hedgehog. This is Gigantic Cosplay. All of our information is down below. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. And also, make sure you come back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Pacific time, for Timber and more of the Mozu hat. It is looking pretty spectacular, so don't miss it. And yeah. Thanks again, you guys. Have a good night.